Join me as I dive into Ghana's funeral culture and try to uncover if it's secretly hurting the economy. Ghana's funerals are renowned for their grandeur and respect for the deceased. Families and communities come together to celebrate the life of the departed, often with elaborate ceremonies that can last for days. These events are deeply ingrained in Ghanaian culture, symbolizing the importance of honoring one's heritage and loved ones. But beneath the surface of these celebrations, there might be a more complex story unfolding, one that intertwines tradition with economic reality. In Ghana, balancing cultural practices with economic realities is a significant challenge. Families strive to uphold traditional funeral rites, which can be incredibly costly. The expenses pile up quickly, from venue rentals and catering to the purchase of coffins and the organization of processions. For many families, the financial strain of organizing such an event can be overwhelming. Local economies, too, feel the impact as resources are diverted towards these ceremonies, sometimes at the expense of other vital needs. Ghana's funeral culture is multifaceted, involving not just the immediate family but the entire community. It's a time for coming together, sharing memories, and supporting one another. However, the financial implications are substantial. From the cost of transporting mourners and the deceased to the investment in elaborate funeral homes, the expenses are considerable. These practices have a ripple effect on both local and national economies. For instance, funds spent on funerals could potentially be channeled into other sectors such as education or healthcare, areas crucial for the country's development. The community plays a pivotal role in Ghanaian funerals, contributing both emotionally and financially. This collective support is a cornerstone of the culture, yet it also means that the burden of funeral expenses is spread across a wide group of people, often impacting their financial stability. When you look at the bigger picture, the economic effect of these cultural practices becomes even more pronounced. The challenge lies in preserving cultural heritage while ensuring that it doesn't impede economic progress. One insight into this complex issue comes from understanding the perspective of those directly involved. There are stories of families who have had to go into debt to honor their loved ones, or communities that have pooled their resources to support a family in need. These anecdotes highlight the delicate balance between cultural reverence and economic sustainability. They show that while Ghana's funeral culture is a source of pride and unity, it's also a significant challenge that requires thoughtful consideration. In conclusion, Ghana's funeral culture is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it represents a rich tradition that brings people together and provides solace in times of grief. On the other, it poses a considerable economic challenge that affects families and the broader economy. Finding a balance between honoring the past and securing the future is key. What are your thoughts on Ghana's funeral culture and its economic implications? Have you experienced or observed similar challenges in your community? Share your insights in the comments below. If you're interested in more videos about cultural practices and their economic impact, check out our video on the hidden economic costs of traditional weddings.